your kid's birthday party to be memorable, but there's such a thing as going overboard, and we've all seen it. Arina Lanis from PartyTips.com is here to help us strike a balance when planning the beloved and dreaded themed party. Good morning.
Good morning.
You've done a few of these in your day.
I've done a few, and I have a few in my future, so I'm armed.
Okay, tip number one, mistake we make, don't bust your budget with props.
Yes, and the first thing that we want to do most of the time when we're planning a party is we want to run out to the store and we want to get the cups and with the paper plates and the tablecloths, and you don't have to do that. All you have to do is go through your son's or daughter's room and look for the props there. They're already there, and especially if it's a theme party. So, you know, dinosaur was my theme for my son's party, and I didn't buy any props at the store. I mean, because he had everything. And he has, I mean, today's kids, they have a lot of everything. You know, it's not just a few things. So just go through your son's room.
And it's meaningful to them when that shows up as a centerpiece to their party.
That is so true. They really love it.
Okay, number two, focusing too much on the details.
Yes. Okay, and this happens to all of us. And, you know, you plan a party and you think, you know, your head just starts going and going. And the next thing you know, you're like, okay, I can't use a sand brown. I have to use a chocolate brown. And the thing is it's a kid's party. They don't care.
They don't care.
You have the cake and cookies. They're good.
Bingo.
And so when you're talking to your friends and you find that you're too embarrassed to talk about things because you've gone over the edge, then, you know, stop yourself, relax. Kids don't care.
Okay, I believe we have a few examples of what we're talking about.
Yes, and that is a party that I threw for my son. We had an adult and a kids party, and we had a buffet, and we instead of like actually making the stuff look like dinosaurs, we just, you know, we put up signs. Like, we looked around on our buffet and we're like, boy, those look like dinosaur eyes. You know,
they're deviled eggs.
Yes, and those wraps look like crossbone sections. So we made the little signs, and people just loved it because it actually looked like that, and it added interest to the buffet. We had the herbivore heaven, you know. So those are the fun things that you can do. You don't have to actually make things look like, you know, cartoon characters, but you can have some fun with it.
You're clever enough to come up with those things. Okay, number three, not having a good balance between outsourcing and do it yourself.
I know. You know, we tend to take extremes. We either outsource the whole thing to like an arcade and bring the pizza and cake, or we take the entire burden on ourselves and have it at our house. You can do both. I mean, what I did with my party is, my motto is outsource, outsource, outsource.
Head to Chuck E. Cheese and be done with it.
Well, that, and also, like, if you're going to have it at home, you know, go to your local experts and order stuff. Like, I got this cake. It's fabulous. I could never do this on my own.
Really
it was $23, you know, Price Chopper. Cookies, I ordered online from Colleen's Cookies. Easy. I would have never been able to do that. And cupcakes, you know, from Gigi's Cupcakes. Easy.
There's so much out there now. More examples. What are we looking at here?
That's the dessert bar from my son's dinosaur party. And, you know, right now the theme is to do printables to cover water bottles with names. And you know what? That just takes way too much time. I basically covered everything in chocolate. Because dinosaurs, mud, they go together, easy, done.
Kids don't care.
Kids don't care. All they care about was walking up to that buffet table and seeing tons of stuff. You know, that is all they care about. So you don't have to like struggle over making sure that you have, you know, everything's matching and the colors are matching. You can just, you know, have some fun.
Gotta love the little dinosaur lurking too.
Oh, I know, I know.
The inspiration is out there to be found. Magazines, the internet. Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid, but at the same time, don't take the extreme and feel like your
I have
stuff
to do
has
this.
to look like this. Otherwise, I'm a terrible, you know, mother. So, you know, realize that that is just inspiration, and you can do whatever you want. Take the ideas, use them, but don't feel like it has to be perfect because some of them are experts.
And quickly, the trap so many fall into. Don't make it a competition with other parents.
No, at one party, one of the parents came up to me and said, "You win." Yeah. You know, and I was like, I didn't realize this was a competition. Yeah. So, but don't compete with other parents because it's just a trap.
Exactly. Arina, thank you so much.
Thank
and you
you.
can find a link to Arina and her fabulous ideas on our website, kctv5.com. Click the Better KC tab.